So we'll start standing. Have your feet hips width apart. Inhale and reach your arms up to the sky. Interlace your fingers and release the index fingers up. Inhale, find the tall spine, lengthen as much as you can through the arms. And exhale, lean over to the left. Keep your elbows as straight as possible and keep both armpits facing forward. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, come back through center, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, lean over to the right. Again, straighten through the elbows as much as possible. Breathe, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Flip your palms, interlacing the fingers. Reach the palms up towards the sky. Now bend your knees a bit and stick the butt back as you lift your chest up to the sky, giving yourself a nice big stretch here. Reach the palms of your hands back. Lift the heart up. Inhale. And exhale. And straighten through the spine. Release the arms down. Sweep them back. And interlace your fingers behind your back. Then lengthen through the arms as you reach your knuckles down towards the floor and lift the chest up. Maybe lift your gaze up as well. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And come up. Now we'll place our knuckles and our fists on the left side of the waist. Feet still hips width apart. Then draw both shoulders down away from the ears and lower the left ear to the left shoulder. And you should be finding a nice neck stretch along the right side of your neck. Draw the right shoulder down away from the right ear. Breathe. Maybe lower the chin down. And maybe lift the chin up slightly. And then let's switch sides. Fists come to the right side of your waist. Draw both shoulders down. And then lower the right ear to your right shoulder. And then play with the position of the head to find where your tightness is. And slowly release. Good. Feet still hip width apart. Bend your knees a bit. And let's inhale to open our arms out to the sides. Lift your chest up. Stick the butt back. Open the arms. Reach them back as much as you can. Take a breath in. As you exhale, now round through your spine, begin to tuck the chin in as you sweep your arms forward and hug yourself, or imagine you're hugging a beach ball in front of you. So you're rounding your spine here. Then you inhale, expand once again, open the arms, reach them back, lift the chest, inhale. Exhale once again, round through your spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. And inhale, expand. Lift the chest, lift the heart. Exhale around your spine, tuck your chin, hug. One more, inhale, open up as big as you can, expand as much as you can. And exhale around one more time, curl and release. Lower your arms down. Well done. Inhale, let's sweep the left arm only, up towards the sky, right arm on the outside of the right leg. Reach up and then lean over to the right. Now we're going to bend the left knee, keeping the right knee straight. So it's like this. And you should feel a slightly more intense stretch along the left side of your body. And breathe, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, come up, lower the left arm down, reach the right arm up, lean over to the left, and maybe bend that right knee. And breathe, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, come up, straighten the legs, lower the right arm down. Now let's find our strap, our scarf, towel, whatever it is you're using. Good. Once you found that, place your hands, so grab the strap and open your hands out wider than the shoulders. So about this wide, I would say. If your shoulders are a bit tighter, you might need to walk your hands further apart. You'll see once we start where your position of the hands should be. And then pull on the strap. So really pull it and then straighten your elbows a lot. And then we'll inhale and we'll reach the arms up towards the sky And then circle them back behind you and lower them down. Okay, let's try again. Reach the arms back behind you, circle them up and over, and then lower them in front. Hopefully you're feeling that in your shoulders. Let's keep going. Really pull on the strap. Inhale as you lift the arms up. Try to keep the elbows as straight as possible, and then reach the arms back. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up and forward. Let's find two more. Try not to bend your wrists as well. So keep the wrists straight. If it's too difficult, you can walk the hands a bit further apart. Okay, and then let's find one more of those. Inhale as you lift the arms up, and exhale, sweep them back. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, lower the arms down. Good job, release that. Hopefully you felt that in your shoulders. You can circle the shoulders out a little bit. Drop the strap down, we'll need it a bit later. Come to the top of your mat, feet still hip width apart. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. You can bend the knees. Let's grab opposite elbows and let's sway gently side to side over the legs. You can relax the head down. You can actually shake the head no, and then shake the head yes. And come back to center. Let's find 3 halfway lifts. So your knees can be bent, that's fine. Let's inhale to lengthen up through the spine, find a long spine. And exhale, fold. You can round here, relax the head down. 2 more. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold completely over the legs, round the spine. 1 more. Inhale, long spine now. Exhale, fold completely. Good. Let's place the right fingertips on the floor underneath the right shoulder. Bend the right knee a lot, and then see if you can straighten the left leg. If that's not possible, you can place the right forearm on the thigh like this. Otherwise, let's all inhale and reach the left arm up, and exhale, find a twist through your chest. Maybe gaze up. You could also be here like this in your twist. And then if you want, you can flip the top palm away from you, bend the elbow and hook the hand towards the inner right hip crease. Open through the chest, take a breath in and out. Slowly release, lower the left hand down, straighten or bend both legs, fold in the middle. Let's do the opposite side. So left fingertips on the floor, underneath the left shoulder, bend the left knee a lot. See if you can straighten the right leg. Again, option to have the forearm on the thigh. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky, and then exhale to find your twist. Maybe look up towards the right hand. Maybe thread the right hand behind you, somewhere along the low back or the left inner hip crease. 1 more breath, inhale and exhale. And slowly release the right fingertips back down and fold in the middle. Good job. Let's plant the hands down and step our feet back into a downward facing dog. So come into your down dog, pedal through your feet, bend one knee, then the other. Keep breathing. Find any movements that feel good here. So you could swing your hips to one side, bending the knees. You could swing your hips to the other side. It doesn't really matter, just anything that feels good here. And then come back into center, into your regular downward facing dog. Then we'll find spinal waves. So we'll inhale as we come onto the balls of the feet, round through your spine, come forward towards a plank. Then bend the knees, stick the butt back, lead with the tailbone, arching your spine, sending the hips back towards the down dog. And then finally, maybe extend through the legs. 2 more. Inhale, come on the balls of the feet, round through the spine, come forward towards a plank. Then bend both knees, lead back with your hips, straight spine, and then extend through the legs. 1 more. Inhale, round, come forward. And exhale, arch through your spine as you send your hips back and up. Very nice. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's roll forward again. And this time we'll lower the knees all the way down. Point your toes, and let's find some wrist stretches now. So flip the palms so that your fingers point towards your knees. So if this is way too intense, you could do just one hand at a time. So one hand, fingers point down, the other hand is just planted down regularly, and you find a stretch here. You should be feeling it on your wrists, the front of the wrist. If you're not feeling much, you could lean back, even tucking the toes actually, lean back, and that should intensify the stretch. One more breath here, inhale, and exhale. Nice. Flip the palms back, so fingertips face forward. And this time we're going to flip the palms so that the bottom of the palm faces up, and then the fingers face each other. Okay, then straighten your elbows, and then we're going to curl the fingers in, and then extend the fingers. So you might be like, what? I know this one is challenging. So try not to bend the elbows. First, straighten the elbows and then curl the fingers. So it doesn't matter how much the fingers curl, but keep the elbows straight. Just one more, inhale and exhale. All right, release that. You can circle the wrists a little bit. Open the knees a bit wider and sit your hips back towards a child's pose. Extend the arms far forward in front. Inhale, around your spine now. Come forward, keep the spine rounded. And then when you come into a tabletop, find an arch in your spine and then lead the hips back towards a child's pose, maintaining that arch for as long as you can. So once again, a variation of spinal rolls. So you inhale as you round through the spine coming forward. And you exhale as you arch your spine and lead with the hips, sending the hips back towards the heels. Two more. Inhale, round your spine, come forward. Exhale, arch your spine, send the hips back. One more. Inhale, spinal wave, round forward. Exhale, send the hips back as you arch. Very good. Come forward. Realign your knees underneath your hips, toes point straight back, and walk your hands forward, sinking the chest down into a puppy pose. So keep your elbows straight, press actively down into your hands, and begin to lower your forehead down onto the mat, keeping the hips exactly over the knees. If you're a bit more flexible in the upper back, you can lower your chin down and look forward. 2 breaths, inhale. Exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Okay, gently press yourself up and we'll shift forward to lower the hips all the way down to the floor, lowering down onto your belly. Okay, open your fingers out to the side. So hands on the outsides of your mat, point the toes behind you. Lift the elbows so they point up towards the sky, and we'll press into the fingertips to lift the chest and the head up as you inhale. And exhale, lower down. So engage your back muscles a little bit as you lift. Inhale, now lift up. It doesn't have to be very high. And exhale, lower. One more, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Good. Now we're going to, I'll shuffle a little bit to the right so I'm still in frame for this next one. Extend your left arm out to the side, straight, and the hand is in same line as your left shoulder. So the hand and the arm are extending straight out to the side. From here, we're going to look to the right, and then we'll begin to turn the chest and the hips to the right as we bend the right knee and place the right foot on the floor behind the left leg. So you're using your right hand in front of your face to gently help you turn the chest to the right. So it's like a twist through the chest, and the left arm stays extended, pressing into the floor. So you should feel a nice shoulder stretch for the left shoulder, the left chest area. If it's not intense enough, you could level it up, but if it is already very, very intense, just stay here and breathe. You could even back out a little bit if it's too much. Just listen to your body. We don't want to force this one, so be gentle. If you do want to level it up, you could extend the right arm up to the sky and maybe allow the right arm to fall back, palm facing up, So you essentially bring your shoulder blades together behind you. And you kind of allow gravity to help the right arm move back. Just one breath here. Inhale and exhale. Slowly return. Right palm down to the floor in front of you and slowly turn the chest and the hips back to center. Good job. Okay, let's do the other side. So right arm will extend straight out to the right, making sure your wrist is in the same line as your right shoulder. And then begin to turn your chest and your hips to the left. Bend the left knee and place the left foot behind you on the floor. Then you can lower the side of your head down as well. Relax the head down. And perfectly fine to stay right here. Breathe. Keep pressing down through the right arm. If you want to go a bit further, you could extend the left arm up and then gently begin to lower the left arm back behind you, palm facing up. Good. Deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Good job. Let's slowly return back to center. Take your time with this. And once you make it there, come up, prop yourself up onto your elbows for Sphinx. So elbows are shoulder width apart and underneath the shoulders, or maybe a little bit in front of your shoulders, in fact. Lift up through the chest for a moment. Lift your head so the chin is parallel to the floor. Draw the belly in and see if you can gently guide the elbows towards the waist so that your chest can then move forward. It's a bit subtle, but hopefully you're feeling an opening in your back. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Okay, let's thread the right arm underneath the left arm. Yeah, thread it under, then lower the right shoulder and arm down and begin to turn your chest once again to the side. Lift the left arm and extend your left arm out to the left for spinal twist. You could bend this left knee and essentially you're in a twist. So breathe here, enjoy it. If you want, you could bend the bottom leg, the right leg, and use your left hand to maybe catch a hold of that foot. And you're finding a quad stretch as well in your twist. If that's not working out, don't worry about it. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Slowly release the right leg if you had it. And let's all make our way back, squaring the chest down. And this time, keep the left knee open out to the left, straight out from your hip. Left shin down, parallel to the long edge of your mat. Both elbows down on the floor. See if you can once again lift up through the chest as you guide the hips to square down. So it's a half frog in the legs and a Sphinx pose in the arms. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Re-extend the left leg down. Same thing on the other side. So we're going to thread the left arm now underneath the right, reaching the left fingertips to the right. Then lower your left shoulder down and then turn the chest to the right as you extend the right arm to the right, finding your twist. The top leg can bend, knee can be on the floor. And breathe here in your twist. Again, you have the option to bend the bottom leg and maybe catch a hold of that left foot with the right hand, finding a quad stretch. All right, 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale, and one more. Inhale, exhale, release the left foot if you had it. And let's begin to turn our chest back to center, coming onto the belly. Prop yourself up onto your elbows, and then keep the right knee now out to the side. That's in line with your right hip, finding that half frog. So square the chest forward. See if you can lift up through the heart as you allow the hips to square down to the mat. Inhale and exhale, release the right leg, extend it back down, lengthen it. Good. Let's come up. So lift up any way that feels good for you. And let's tuck the toes now under. Sit back, hips on top of your heels. Make sure the pinky toes are also tucked under. Lift up. Very nice. And then let's cross the right arm in front of you using your left hand and left arm to help that arm cross in front. So you should be feeling a nice shoulder stretch here. Basically the exact opposite stretch for the shoulder as what we did on the floor. On the floor, we were opening the front here, and now we're opening the back. All right, one more breath. Inhale. See if you can draw that shoulder down away from the ear, straighten through the elbow. Exhale. Release. Let's switch arms. Left arm will cross in front. And breathe. See if you can draw the left shoulder down away from the ear, straightening the elbow at the same time. One more inhale. And exhale, release. Good. Come forward, point the toes. You can shuffle yourself a bit more forward on the mat. Open your knees as wide as your hips or maybe a bit wider. Toes are pointed. Lower your hands behind your hips on the mat. We're going to lift the hips up, then we'll tuck the tailbone. So this is arching and this is tucking. So we want the tucking action. And once you have that, then maintaining that, lower the hips back down onto the heels. And you should be feeling a stretch along the fronts of your legs and the upper knees. Good. If you aren't feeling it, make sure you're really tucking that tailbone and then maintaining that tuck, lower the hips down. Okay, if you want to go a bit further, you can lower down onto your elbows, making sure your knees don't lift off the mat, keeping that tuck the whole time. Okay, if you want to go even further, you can lower all the way down onto your back and breathe. You can have your hands above your head, grabbing opposite elbows, but make sure you're not feeling it in the low back. If you are, just back out of it a little bit and come to the less intense variation. Okay, one more breath. Inhale, exhale, and let's come out. Lift up and come up. Okay, now for this next series, make sure you have your blanket close by and your strap. In fact, let's actually place our blanket already on the mat. So let's place it towards the center of the mat somewhere. We're going to use it as padding for the knees in a moment. Okay, and your strap is as well somewhere nearby towards the front of your mat. Okay, once you have that, let's find a downward facing dog. So lift your hips up and back. We'll start with the left leg. Left leg will lift up to the sky, bend the left knee, open the hip out to the side. Let's find 3 circles in one direction with that left knee. So big circles, drawing them in the air with the left knee. And once you've made 3 in one direction, switch directions, circle in the opposite direction. Well done, keep breathing. And once you've completed those, extend the left leg, reach it up, square the hips, inhale. And exhale, now let's transition forward, step the left foot forward in between your hands and lower the right knee down onto your blanket. Point the right toes and we're essentially in the lunge now. So we'll lift up and you can have your hands interlaced on top of that left thigh. And in fact, your thumbs can point down, kind of hugging the left thigh. Okay, good. And here we can work to lift the chest up, gazing slightly up as we guide the hips to lower forward and down. Good, maybe you can begin to straighten through the arms a little bit. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. Okay, come forward and extend through your left leg. Finding a hamstring stretch here. So you have many options. If you have blocks, you could have your hands on blocks if the ground feels too far away. If not, you can have your hands onto your shin and balance here. See if you can find a straight spine. Otherwise, it's okay to have your hands on the floor and keep the knee bent. Wherever you are, breathe. See if you can once again lengthen your spine so your tailbone points back and the crown of the head reaches forward. And now let's point the left foot, toes are pointed, and then flex the foot, toes towards your face. So you point and you flex, point and flex. See if you can isolate this movement in your ankle and not so much in the knee like this or in the hips. See if you can keep everything stable and steady. It's okay if the knee is bent and only the ankle will move. Okay, just one more inhale and exhale. Okay, let's rebend the left leg. Hips move forward, lift up through the chest this time. Release your arms either side of your hips and release the left arm down as you reach the right arm up to the sky, and then see if you can lean over to the left. So left fingertips will be reaching towards the floor. It's okay if they stay in the air, just reaching. If you can lower the fingertips all the way to the floor, then you can use that for more support and maybe go a bit deeper into the side stretch. You could also lean your chest back slightly. One more deep breath, inhale. And exhale, come out of that. Let's re-straighten the left leg once again. Flex the left foot. And this time, let's turn the leg so that the toes point to the left, then back to center and to the right. Center, left, center, right. So you're externally and internally rotating the left leg, which targets a slightly different area in the hamstring every time. Okay, just one more. And back to center. Rebend that left leg, come forward. And now place both hands on the inside of the left foot as you walk that left foot out to the left. Okay, from here, hands in the center underneath the shoulders, and then see if you can lift up through your chest. You have the option to tuck the back toes and lift the back knee up off the mat now, finding a lizard lunge. So here, let's shift the weight forward and back, mobilizing through the back ankle now. So the whole action comes from the back ankle. So you shift forward and back, forward and back. Keep the back knee as straight as possible. And come back to center. Now you could stay right here. You could also lower the back knee down if it's way too much. You could also lower your forearms down if you're more flexible, but don't worry about it. I'm just offering options for those of you who might be a bit more flexible. But if you're not there, then that's not a problem at all. We all work to our own level. And then if you want, you have the option to also lift the back knee up as well. One more breath, whichever option you're in. And release. Okay, lower the back knee down, turn the left toes 45 degrees to the left, and then peel open so you come onto the outer edge of the left foot. At the same time, the knee will open out to the side as well. Okay, now you can use your left hand somewhere on the left thigh to help you find a twist through the chest to the left as you open the left leg out. But you're not pushing your leg. You're just having your hand here for stability, really, or to help you with the twist, but you're not pushing your leg open. All right, one more breath, inhale. Exhale. Good. Return the left foot back to center so the toes point up and your knee is in line with the toes. Now let's find our strap. Hopefully it's somewhere close by. And grab your strap and grab it in a way so that you have a loop like this. And we'll use this loop. So you'll ease out of your lunge a little bit. You'll reach your left arm back and you'll see if you can bend the back knee. And maybe you can use your strap. If you don't need your strap, you can just grab your foot and then work to draw the foot to the hips. If you can't quite make that, then use your strap, thread your foot, place it inside your strap in the loop, and then you work to sink your hips forward as you draw using your strap. You draw the back foot towards the glutes. So see if you can get there. I know sometimes it's tricky to get the strap situated, but we'll take 3 deep breaths here. So hopefully you have the time to find the position. Good, 2 more, inhale. You could even keep opening your chest. Exhale, 1 more, inhale. And exhale, and let's release. Okay, let go of the strap. Keep it close by for the second side. Now let's walk the left foot back to center of the mat. Let's re-extend through that left leg 1 final time. And now we can stay right here and keep working on that hamstring stretch from here. You can also walk the left foot a bit further forward towards a split. if you want, only if you want, so absolutely no pressure. This is your practice. You can listen to your body, whatever feels good. You could come into a full split or towards a full split. So I'm sure we have different levels. So I'm just offering different options for the levels that we might have practicing today. But if that's not your level, then it's super cool to stay right here and work on your hamstring stretch here. Okay, just one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, let's rebend the left leg, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and we'll step the left foot back into a downward facing dog. All right, good job. Inhale and exhale. Let's do the same on the other leg. So right leg will lift up towards the sky, bend the right knee and open that hip. 3 circles with the right knee in one direction. So here we're warming up that hip joint as we circle the leg, and then let's reverse, circle in the opposite direction. Keep the breath going, steady, smooth breaths. And once you've done your 3 circles in this direction, extend the right leg straight up to the sky. Inhale and exhale, transition forward and step the right foot forward in between the hands. Lower the left knee down onto your blanket, point the left toes, and we'll lift up through the chest, interlacing the fingers and placing them on top of the right thigh. Thumbs, once again, can point down, squeezing the sides of your thigh. Lift up through the heart, lean back slightly, but at the same time, keep drawing the hips forward and down. Okay, 3 more breaths. Maybe you can begin to lengthen through the elbows as you press your palms into that right thigh, lifting up through the chest, maybe lifting the gaze slightly. 1 more breath here, inhale and exhale. Okay, lower the hands down, extend through the right leg, flexing the foot for now. Again, making sure that you're kind of finding a straight spine or as straight as you can. So avoiding rounding too much like this. If you are, then bend this knee and then you can maybe find that straight spine. Okay, now wherever you are with that hamstring stretch, let's point the right toes and then flex. So you're pointing the foot and you're flexing. Point, flex. Keep going. Trying to keep that straight spine the whole time. Just 1 more. Okay, let's pause. Foot is flexed. Take a breath in and out. Rebend the right leg. Come back forward. Lift up through your chest. Extend your arms alongside your body. Right fingertips will keep reaching down and extend and lift the left arm up to the sky and then lean over to the right. So it's a side stretch. And if your right fingertips are somewhere in the air, that's fine. If your right fingertips are coming to the floor, then you can use them for more stability as you lean more to the right. Maybe lean back as well a little bit. Inhale and exhale. And slowly come out of that. Let's re-straighten through the right leg again. Flex the foot. And this time we'll turn the foot to the right. So toes to the right, then back to center, and then to the left. So you're externally and internally rotating the leg. Do your best. These are kind of challenging. Okay, just 1 more. Good. Rebend the front knee. Let's place both hands on the inside of the foot now and walk the right foot to the right edge of your mat. Both hands underneath your shoulders. Let's see if we can lift up through the chest a little bit more here. And then we'll tuck the back toes and lift the back knee up for our lizard lunge. So let's shift the weight forward and back, rocking forward and back. The action once again is coming from the back ankle. And your hips stay more or less steady. And what's creating the movement is the back ankle. Okay, 1 more. Nice, come back to center. Now let's stay here in your lizard. You have the option to drop the back knee and work on just lifting your chest here and dropping the hips down. You also have the option to lower down onto the forearms if you did on the other side. This one is definitely much more intense. So, listen to the body again. Don't force it. If you want, you can also tuck the back toes and lift the back knee up. One more breath, whichever option you took. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Now we'll once again turn the right toes out to the right, 45 degrees, and then come onto the outer edge of that right foot. So left hand will ground down on the floor under the shoulder, and the right hand can gently press, is an exaggeration, just place it onto the right thigh, and then that can help you to twist through the chest a little bit. And you're guiding the right knee to open out to the right. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale. And then let's return the foot back to center and the knee in line with the toes. Now let's grab our strap. Once again, find your loop. Yeah. And then ease out of your lunge a little bit if you need to. Extend the right arm back, bend the back knee, and see if you can loop or wrap the strap around your back foot. And once you have that, then you can begin to sink the hips forward and down, and then work on drawing the back foot closer to your back, to your left glute, I should say. So you're using your strap here to help you draw the back foot closer to the hips, finding a nice quad stretch. If you don't need the strap, you don't have to use it. It's just here for those of you who might not be able to find the back foot without it. One more breath. Really finding that nice stretch here. Inhale. And exhale. And let's slowly release it. Place your strap out to the side. We're done with it for now, I believe. Maybe for the rest of class, actually, yeah. Okay, come back through center. We'll extend the right leg one more time. And actually, let's place the right foot towards the center of your mat. Finding that hamstring stretch once again. So you could stay right here in your half split, working on your hamstring stretch. If you want, you could place the right foot and heel a little bit further forward, so it's a wider position with the legs. And then you could begin to inch that right heel a little bit more forward, 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 until maybe your hips can come down into a split. But bear in mind, it's the morning. So in the morning, the body is tighter usually. Well, not usually, in fact, always. So be gentle with yourself. We don't want to force anything. And split is just a pose. It doesn't really matter. And then let's come out of that. Bend the right knee, tuck the back toes under, hands on the floor, and we'll step the right foot back next to the left. Once again, finding your downward facing dog. Hopefully your legs feel a lot more spacious now, a lot more open. Nice. Bend the knees and let's walk the feet. You can step over your blanket, it's fine. Walk the feet forward, find a forward fold. And then let's roll through the spine to come all the way up to stand. Good job. Let's remove the blanket out to the side. We don't need it. Okay. And let's find a wide-legged position now, facing the long edge of your mat. So turn the toes slightly in towards each other and the heels open out a little bit. Have your hands onto your waist and draw the elbows towards each other behind you. Inhale to lift up through the chest, and exhale, begin to hinge from your hips, folding forward with a straight spine for as long as you can. And then it's okay to have a bend in the knees. It's fine. And then eventually you can allow your spine to round and release your head down. Now release the arms down as well. And you have the option to have your forearms even on your thighs if it's too much to fold completely down. You could also have your hands on your shins. Or if you're able to find the floor with your fingertips or with your hands, then place them on the floor and relax your head down completely. If it's easy to find the floor, you could walk the hands to the right ankle and then fold over the right leg. And then walk them over to the left ankle, fold over the left leg. Then back through center. And then let's bend the knees and slowly, slowly come up to standing, but take the time you need. So come up slowly. And the head will lift up last. Good. Now let's turn the toes out, heels in. We're going to sit the hips down. And this one is sometimes tricky to get at first. So we're going to place our hands on the insides of the knees, straighten the elbows so much that you almost lock the joint. And this is probably the only time I'm ever going to say this, but you lock your joint. And then you sink your hips down and you allow your shoulders to creep up towards the ears. And this will then mean that your legs don't actually have to work very hard to stay in this position because the elbows are locked. And then you're using your palms to press the knees back. And you should be feeling a nice inner thigh and groin stretch here. And your shoulders, once again, are lifted up towards the ears. And you can even sway here side to side. Breathe. Now let's ease out a little bit and we'll drop the right shoulder in the center as we twist to the left. Back to center, inhale. Exhale, drop the left shoulder to the center as you twist to the right. Good, back through center. One more time, sink the hips down. And then press and stand back up. Good. Okay, final sequence. Turn I'm not going to mirror you for this one. So turn the right toes out to the right. We'll begin to bend the knee and we'll come all the way down to squat. You could peel the left toes up and this knee can bend as well if you need. We'll come all the way down. Hands can be in front of the heart or reaching for the floor like this. And then if you want, you can also lift the heel up if you need to. And then come all the way down. Flex the left foot. You can have the knee bent, it's okay. This heel can either be up or down, depending on the ankle flexibility and also the Achilles tendon. Okay, and then you can also have your hands in front of the heart like this, working to lift up through your chest, finding a balance here, opening the hips, the hamstrings, the inner thighs, so much. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. Let's sit the hips down to the floor and then place the sole of the right foot against the inner left thigh. Left hand on somewhere along the right thigh. Inhale, reach the right arm up and exhale, lean over the left leg. So it's a side stretch here. We're not so much trying to catch the foot. What we're aiming for is to keep the right hip grounded and then reach up and over through the right hand. And you should be feeling it here along the side body. If you're not feeling it, maybe you need to straighten the top elbow and then lower the right bicep to the right ear. And then reach forward and down. Hopefully now you're feeling it if you weren't before. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Slowly come up. Lower the right hand behind you on the floor. Fingertips point away from you. Press into it, sweep the left arm in front, reach it back as you lift the hips and the chest up. Expand through the heart. One breath, inhale. And exhale, lower back down. Good. Turn the chest to face forward over the left extended leg. Hips and chest face forward. So if you're rounding too much here, you could sit onto a pillow or a cushion or even your blanket, just to prop up the hips a little bit so you have length in the spine. Otherwise, we'll inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold over the leg. So it doesn't matter how deep you fold. What matters is you're actually feeling a stretch. So it's better to actually keep a straight spine than fold super deep. Okay, one more breath, inhale. Exhale. And lift up. Let's cross the right foot and step it on the floor on the outside of the left knee. Ground down through both sitting bones. Place the right fingertips behind you on the floor. Inhale, reach the left arm up. And exhale, find your twist, hooking the left elbow on top of the right thigh. And then twisting to the right, maybe gaze back. Take a deep breath in, find length. And exhale, twist. Slowly come back to center. Let's keep going. So we'll cross the right leg over the left. I'll turn this way so you can see a little bit better. So the right leg has crossed over the left and the right foot is on the outside of the left hip. Make sure both sitting bones are once again grounded down. And we'll fold here over the legs. Now, if this is kind of easy, you could also bend the bottom leg. And then both feet will now be on the outsides of your hips. And you'll then stack the knees more or less on top of each other. But again, make sure your hip is not lifting. So if it is lifting, then just straighten the bottom leg and work to fold from here. If both of your knees are bent, you're still folding forward. Good. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Lift up. Extend the right leg, bend the left knee, and then place the left foot closer to the groin as you sweep the right leg back, and we'll find a pigeon. So you're facing the back of the mat, it's fine. So for pigeon, your left heel is close to the pubic bone essentially, and your left knee is either in line with the left hip or slightly out to the side. And you work to square your chest and your hips forward, and maybe point the back toes. So if your left hip is lifted off the mat like this, it's fine. You could stay right here. You could place a pillow or your blanket underneath the left hip to support a little bit more. And then breathe, lift up through the chest. If you want, you have the option to bend the back knee, maybe find the foot. Your strap is close by, I hope, still. So if you want, you could use your strap, but this is just an option, it's not essential. You could work to draw the back foot closer to you. You could find mermaid where you hook the foot into your elbow crease and then lift the left arm up, circle it back, maybe find the hands. But I'm just offering these options for those of you who want to go a bit deeper or experiment. You could also be right here lifting the chest, or you could fold forward and relax down. Maybe forearms come down, or you could lower your forehead onto your hands. 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Well done. Lift up slowly. Let's find down dog. So press your hands down, tuck the back toes, lift through the hips, and step the left foot back next to the right. Maybe walk forward on your mat. You're facing the back of the mat, but it's fine. We'll now do the other side. Okay, then walk your hands back towards your feet, bending the knees is fine. And then roll through the spine to come back up. Good. Turn to face the long edge of the mat again. We'll find that side lunge on the left leg. So left toes point out to the side a bit. Right toes will begin to lift as we squat down. So when you're ready, hands can be in front of the heart or reaching for the floor. And we come down, 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 down. Make it all the way down. You can lift the left heel. You can bend the right knee if you want. Stay upright. If you can lower the left heel down. And maybe have the hands in front of the heart. Once again, lifting through the chest. Deep breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Sit the hips all the way down. Place the sole of that left foot against the inner right thigh. Lift up through your spine. Place the right hand onto that left thigh. Inhale, reach the left arm up, and exhale, lean over the right leg. So again, it's a side body stretch. If you're not feeling it, make sure your left hip is still on the floor, and then make sure that the top arm is straight and the bicep is somewhere along that left ear. Good. Deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Lift back up. Place the left hand behind your hips. Fingertips point away, back. Sweep the left arm in front of you and back as you lift up through your hips. Reach the right arm back. Lift up through the chest. Inhale. exhale, and slowly come back down. Good. Turn the chest to face forward towards the right leg. So hips, chest face forward. Again, your cushion, your blanket could be supporting you under the hips to find that tall spine. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen, and exhale, fold forward over the right leg. Again, seeing if you can maintain a straight spine. Good. 2 breaths, inhale, and exhale. 1 more, inhale, and exhale. Slowly come up. Now let's place the left foot on the outside of the right leg, stepping the whole foot down. Make sure both sitting bones are grounded. Left fingertips behind you on the floor. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky, and exhale, place the right elbow on top of the left thigh, and then twist to the left as you gaze back. Inhale, lift the crown up, find straight spine, tall through the spine, and then as you exhale, you deepen your twist. 1 more breath here, inhale, and exhale. Nice. Come back through center. Let's continue with that left leg, so crossing it even more over the right. Once again, working to more or less stack your knees. And then the left foot will be on the outside of the right hip. You could work to fold here over your legs. You could also bend the bottom leg if you want, which would intensify it significantly. Knees are stacking more or less. And then again, if you're here, you're also folding forward. Nice. 1 more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. And lift up. Okay, good. We'll find the pigeon on the right leg. So extend the left leg, bend the right leg first, and then sweep that left leg back, reaching it back as you lift up, and then work to square your hips to the front. Nice. So your your right heel is close to the groin, and your right knee is either in line with the right hip or slightly to the right. At the same time, your left foot and toes are pointing straight back, and then you're working on squaring your hips and your chest to the front. Once again, if your right hip is lifted very high off the mat, don't worry about it. You could place something under the right hip to support it, like your blanket. And if you want, you have multiple options again. So you could bend the back foot, work on finding that foot, grabbing it, maybe encouraging it to draw closer to you, finding a quad stretch again. If you want, you could hook the foot into the elbow crease and maybe find your mermaid, reaching the right arm up, finding the fingertips and lifting up through the chest. If none of that feels like anything you want to go into right now, you could just stay upright, or you could fold forward, lowering your elbows down, or even lowering your head down on top of your palms, and just resting completely over that right leg. It should feel quite nice in the right hip. If there's any pain in that right knee, back out of it. Make sure you're not feeling any pain or any discomfort in the knee. And deep breaths into the right hip. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly lift up. Good job. Lift up. And let's come back into a tabletop. We could shake the hips out, maybe circle through your hips, forward and back, and reverse. We're almost done with class. Let's find an inner groin stretch called frog. It might be quite excruciating, so take it easy with it. So you're opening your knees out, and then you work on lowering your hips down towards the floor, and your feet are kind of in line with the knees behind you. So you're lowering the hips down. Maybe you lower down onto your forearms. If you're nowhere near here and the hips are high in the air, that's fine. Just work to where you're at. You should be feeling a stretch along the inner legs. Okay, 2 more breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Try to smile. Inhale, exhale. I know it's quite intense, and let's slowly make our way out of that. Close the knees back together. Good job. Let's come to sit down now. Let's cross the ankles, cross the shins in front of you so that the feet are in line with your knees. Take a breath in, lift the arms up, reach up. Inhale, exhale, fold forward directly over the legs. Nice, deep breath. Flex your feet. One more inhale and exhale. And walk your hands back towards your legs and lift up through the chest. Let's switch the crossing of the legs so the opposite shin is in front now. Once again, flex the feet and align your feet more or less to the same position as the knees, so in line with your knees. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. 3 breaths, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Slowly lift up. Nice, come up. Final pose, press the soles of your feet together and open the knees out wide. Grab your ankles and see if you can lift up through the chest as you lower your knees down. Good, you could even, if it's not very intense or not feeling too much, you could place one hand behind you, lean on it a little bit, and then press the opposite knee gently to the floor. And you encourage the leg to relax by actually visualizing it and saying, oh, relax. Sometimes that helps. Okay, switch sides, maybe press gently the other knee down. And release. Hands back onto your ankles or feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Just 1 breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Lift up. Cross your legs in any way that feels comfortable. Lift up through your spine. Let's seal the practice with 1 final deep breath. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, lower your hands in front of the heart, bow the chin down. Thank you so much for your practice. I hope you feel nice and remobilized, a little bit more flexible, more mobile through your whole body. And thank you so much for joining me for today's stretching class. And I wish you an amazing rest of the day. Thank you.